Hello everyone, welcome once again to another episode of Consumer Rights, but this time we'll be discussing vendors and suppliers' rights. Remember the last time we mentioned that the law does not only support the customer, the law does not only support the consumer, the law also protects the vendor and suppliers, particularly as it relates to when or how a refund can be made. So what are the rights of suppliers in respect of a refund policy under the FCCP Act? The number one right suppliers or vendors has is right to set conditions of sale. Vendors can set policies on how refunds are processed using timelines, documentation, and mode of repayment, as long as this policy doesn't contradict the consumer rights. For example, rather than the supplier saying no refund at all, the vendor can say refunds will be processed within 7 working days. Number 2, the vendor has a right to reject refund claims where the consumer is the one at fault. The FCCP Act does not protect a consumer who damages the product by himself. In other words, a consumer cannot drop his laptop inside water and then decide to return it and demand for a refund. No, it doesn't work that way. In this instance, the vendor will have a full right to reject a claim for refund. Number 3, the vendor has a right to offer repair or replacement instead of refund. Refund should be a last resort remedy. Number 4, right to proof before refund. This means that the vendor can request for receipts, invoices, or any proof of defect in order to ascertain that yes, you actually bought the product from them. Number 5, right against frivolous claims. This simply means that consumers cannot just demand for refund on funny claims or baseless claims, which is known as pure buyer's remorse. A consumer's claim for refund must be genuine, reasonable, and substantial. After a successful purchase, a consumer cannot just come back and say, my boyfriend does not like it, so he asked me to refund, give me my money. No, it doesn't work that way. Another right a vendor has is right to fair hearing in disputes. The law protects against one-sided judgments. This means that in every consumer dispute, including a refund, the supplier has a right to defend themselves before the Consumer Protection Commission or the court. Last but not the least is the right to recover goods after a refund. This means that once the supplier make a refund, they are entitled to receive back the goods in question. You as the consumer cannot request for a refund and seek the goods. So there you have it, the rights of suppliers have been discussed. So their vendor, rather than say no refund at all, puts acceptable policies in place. Meet a lawyer to help you review your terms and conditions in line with the FCCP Act. Thank you very much. My name is Abdul Razak Adidagwa Esquire, and I am bringing the law closer to you.